I think it's cool to have different visions and people with different visions when you record an album.
Welcome to the Dreams of Consciousness podcast. If the two of you would be so kind, would you mind introducing yourselves?
Okay, I am Poia, guitar player in Ufomammut.
And I'm Urlo, a bass and vocals in Ufomammut. Nice to meet you guys.
Hello.
Poia and Urlo have been on the podcast before, back in 2022. Welcome back, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
The last time we spoke, you were about to release your previous album, Fenice. Can you tell everyone what you've been up to since then? What you guys have been working on?
So we are about to release another record actually at the moment. So 2 years has passed, and we played Fenice live several times now, and we also had the chance to record a new album that is coming out in mid-May. So we are pretty happy and pretty excited for the new material to show up to the people. We are very happy about that.
Yeah, the new album will be called Hidden. And in the meantime, we also released the Crookhead EP. It was a 3 songs EP after Fenice. And we also recorded, we've been in how can I say, a compilation tribute to Soundgarden. And we covered, what was the song? I don't remember.
I think it was Let Me Drown.
Let Me Draw.
Let Me Draw, yeah.
Okay. So we did quite a lot in 2 years, I think.
Yeah, you guys have been quite busy. Let's start with the Soundgarden compilation. How did you guys get attached to that? Who approached you?
Well, it came from Dave at Split, and he said, "Would you like me to present you to the guys working at this compilation?" So I said, "Oh yeah, why not?" And so we kept in touch with Magnetic.
With Jad, Magnetic Eye Records, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And so they just asked us if we wanted to be a part of the compilation, but almost all the songs were already given to bands. So there was this one, and we said, "Oh, okay, we like this song. We'll try to do something in our style." And I think it was a good choice. It was a little challenging for different reasons, because we started playing the song as Soundgarden did, and we realized it was not the way we should do it, because it was not natural to us to play like that. And so we tried to make it a Ufomammut song, and it was quite challenging, especially for the vocals, because they were pretty high, and so but it was good.
Yeah.
Also learned a little about playing something else, because in our career, I think we did 3 or 4 covers. One was Blue Cheer, Peace of Mind, then this one, then we are playing a Pink Floyd cover, Welcome to the Machine live, and I think there's another one we did that is a secret for now, but nothing more.
Yeah, we tried a couple of times to play a couple of Beatles songs, but for our skills, they were too much difficult, I must admit. In the past, I remember. We should try again to play some Beatles tunes, maybe, one day.
Love Me Do.
Exactly.
So the last time we spoke, you guys mentioned that you were big Beatles fans, or that the Beatles were an influence on your sound, on the psychedelic side of your sound. Is a Beatles compilation or a Beatles cover album something that you'd be interested in being a part of?
No, we would love to be a part of the Beatles compilation, but so far there's no Beatles compilation that I know that came out too much. So it could be fun to make a Beatles song in our style, I think. So
yeah. So if someone is listening, someone into big record companies, we are open to this compilation. Maybe, why not?
Yeah, we can go bigger, saying Paul and Ringo, if you are listening.
Maybe.
Do something for this project.
I mean, I don't know about Paul, but Ringo probably has some free time, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So you guys also released the Crookhead EP on Halloween of last year.
Yes.
Tell me about the 3-song EP. Tell me about Crookhead.
Yeah, Crookhead was the beginning of the opening for the next album. So we try to give to the listeners an extract of what Ufomammut will be in the future. So we decided to release this EP, and we decided to add a couple of tunes that were not into the next hidden album, plus Crookhead in a different version. We got the inspiration from an Entombed EP they released back in 1991 or 92, something. That was called Hollow Man EP. That was just before their Wolverine Blues record. And they also had a different version of a song that was present in the Wolverine Blues record. So I opened a pop art for Entombed, that were one of our favorite bands since then, since back in the 90s and still now. So this was a nice link, but it is a link that we only know for between ourselves. It's not about the music style or whatever. It was just like a good link with a band we love. That's it.
It's a soul tribute to them, I think.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
So if I understand what you're saying,
I'm not very clear.
you guys had already...
Sorry, but
no.
I need to practice on my English now that I'm not speaking in English like since months. So I have to get used again to that. So
No. Your English is great.
Well,
But if I understand what you're saying, you had already started working on the songs for the hidden album when you guys released the Crookhead EP.
yeah.
Well, the songs for this album, the new album, some of them are quite old songs. I mean, and with all the, let's say, pre-COVID, because we met Labor in 2000 and what was it, 2016?
Yeah, sort of. Yeah.
And he came as a merch guy and backliner. And when we discovered he was a drummer, we say, okay, let's try to play something together. And there was an alchemy between us. When we rehearsed the first time, it was incredible because we were just riffing and everything was coming out. So we create this side project, let's say, that were Poia, me, and Vibrhate. Still, when we were playing with Vita, with Ufomammut. I think it was 2017, something like that, when we started. 2018, 18 probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2018, and we created a few songs. We didn't have a name. I mean, we had a mixture of our town as a name, so it was quite hopeful. But there was not the idea of doing something and so on. So when Vita left the band, it was, I mean, natural to us to ask Lever to play drums with us because we were already doing that and we were good together. There was something between us. And so when we started after the pandemic, because we asked Lever just before the pandemic, it exploded. And when it was finished, we decided that we had to do something new. And that was Fenice that came out. Some new song, some new thing. And Fenice came out. And then after Fenice, we started we took these old songs and we put them as Ufomammut, playing them again, rebuilding them and so on. So parts of it are this old project with Lever. And so there are some are newer, some a little older, but they are all, let's say, Poia, Urlo, and Vibrhate stuff.
Yeah, they were just the skeletons, and we rebuilt everything around them in a new shape. But yeah, the attitude was the original 3-piece people playing in 2018. Yeah, so there are old songs, but just for us. We are now rehearsing, preparing for the new lives. So we still have to understand them in the perfect way, but yeah, we think that they could come out very well. But we are already ready for new material to come, new songs to work on, because for us they are a little bit old, let's say.
So when we spoke the last time, you explained that the reason why you came up with the title Fenice, which is Italian for Phoenix, is that it was a rebirth for the band with a new drummer and a new beginning in some ways.
Yes.
Now that you have three releases, 2 albums and an EP with this new lineup, what would you say that the difference is from Fenice onwards to what you had done previously?
Well, there are differences because there is a different band member, different drummer. So in a very basic way, being with a different person is something that gives you more opportunities to know each other in a different way. So the new Ufomammut road is slightly different than it was before, of course, because there is a different musician, and it's very good to exchange musical tastes and musical ideas with someone that is different from what we were, because me and Urlo and me, we grew up together as musicians, and we had our own let's say musical affinity, and having a different person is something very important, because it changes our perspectives to what the music should be. So yeah, it's different, and is I won't say it's totally different, because 2/3 of the band are still the same, but yeah, this open up many possibilities for the band, and we exchange a lot in the rehearsal room, and that's a very good and creative thing. Yeah.
Yeah, well, the first time, the first rehearsing we had with Levra as Ufomammut, when we tried to play some old stuff, we noticed this thing that we had to change our perspective, like Poia said, in playing, because we were used to play in a certain way, and now it's a little different. Levra is more, for example, technical, and is the one that guides the band. And so it changes from the past. It was different. So it took a little, but now I think we are a different band, even if a part of the band is still the same.
Mm-hmm.
This album that you're about to release will be your 10th album. It's called Hidden, and it will be released on the 17th of May through New Rot Recordings and your own label, which is Supernatural Cat Records. You mentioned that some of these songs are quite old. The last time we spoke, you actually mentioned that you guys have a lot of songs that you work on in the rehearsal space, and sometimes you feel like you don't want to record them. You actually abandon some songs and don't put them on the albums. I'm curious what made these songs special. Why did you feel like these songs were worth revisiting and worth making a new album out of?
Because I think these songs were different from Fenice, different from before, and very straightforward songs, very direct, very cool. So I think this is the reason why we are using these songs. And I'm doing a comparison. I could say that we started a new path as a band. So the first album, Fenice, is like the godlike snake of the new band, and this is a little like the new Snake King. So that's the second album of this band. And sometimes it's, in my mind, it's funny because it's true. We started very psychedelic in 1999 or 2000 when we started. And then we had this very heavy album that was Snake King. And this time again, we are very repetitive, boring.
And as you said, you started in 1999, which would make this the 25th anniversary of the band. Was that also on your mind as you were working on this album, as you were recording this album? Did you feel like this was a milestone?
While we were recording it, we didn't thought too much about the 25 years of Ufomammut. But then later, when we postponed the release of the album, we decided to release it during our 25 years of the band. So yeah, it means a lot, but actually the record hasn't been written for the 25 years of Ufomammut, of course. So it's let's say a coincidence, very nice, but the concept of Hidden is different from the idea of 25 years of Ufomammut. So even live, we will take the things in different ways. So okay, we are happy, we are 25 years old, but at the same time we are still here for playing new stuff, and we don't want to celebrate too much the past. We just want to go on and write new things.
Yeah, especially because being 25 years as a band means that we are much more as humans, so we don't have to celebrate too much. We have to forget.
Yeah. Now you will forget naturally because aging.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Can you tell me about the place where you recorded the album?
It was the same Fenice. It was a Flat Scenario studio. That is this little studio of a friend of us that is quite close to our little town, and it's very nice, very comfortable. And Luca, the owner, is a fantastic guy. Then Lorenzo Stecconi came as a sound engineer. So it's always we found a place to create a recording more than create our new stuff, I think.
I think the last time we spoke, you mentioned that the reason you chose Lorenzo was because you spoke to other sound engineers about recording, and they wanted to separate you guys. They didn't want you guys to record together. And Lorenzo was the only one who said that you guys could record as a trio all together.
Usually we before 8, we always recorded one instrument at a time. But since then, we decided to record everything together because it gives more an idea of live music. And the choice of Lorenzo was mainly because we trust him as a sound engineer, and we are friends with him. So there are two big yes that make us choose for Lorenzo. But we actually we didn't ask to other record engineer, sound engineer for this new adventure of Ufomammut, because we still trust him as a good listener, and moreover, he knows our flaws, he knows our point of strength, and he knows how to put them together and in the best way possible. So it's always a pleasure to work with him. Moreover, he's a very quiet guy, and it's really comfortable, and it's an easy experience, let's say.
When you say that you're comfortable with him and you trust him, what is it he understands about Ufomammut's music?
We know him since years when we met, and we also recorded a record. Yeah, it was a lot of time ago. It was 2007.
We started in recording from Idolum, so it was 2006.
Yeah, something. But yeah, we know
6, 7.
Yeah, and since then we always counted on him for the Ufomammut records in studio. So he's a guitar player too. So he's a musician. He knows the instruments. He likes heavy music, but also psychedelic music. I won't say that we are similar in tastes, but we can speak about a lot of bands and musicians, and agree on that, and exchange information about music and sounds, and we spoke the same language. Let's say we speak the same language.
Yes, it's been interesting in the last recording sessions also with Luca, that is the owner of that Scenario Studio. He has totally different tastes. He's not into heavy music at all, I think, and he's a producer for other kind of music. And this thing has been very important because he noticed things with another eye, with another ear more than an eye. And so it was interesting because sometimes he was saying, why don't you try to do this thing in this part? And especially for the vocals, he had some very interesting idea and suggestions. And so I think it's cool to have different visions and people with different visions when you record an album. Next time we'll do with a rapper or something like that, maybe.
Could be a good idea. Yeah, why not?
You have to call Sir Paul. Maybe he can do some guest vocals.
Oh yeah. Yeah. He will be happy for sure.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity, what were Luca's suggestions for the vocals?
Simple things, but for example, there's a song in which there's I was singing it. There are 4 parts of vocals, and I was singing just them in a certain way. And they said, why don't you repeat the last part just one time in this moment? And I did it, and it came out that was very cool. For example, just little things, or it try to sing it, because on this album I tried not to use effects, and I tried to have vocals a little more present, and I did different layers of vocals to create a sort of delay, reverb, and whatever. And so sometimes it was suggesting, I was asking, what about doing this vocals below? And it was saying, yes, but try this thing. So suggestions, and it was cool. Lots of suggestions came also from Levre and Poia. But I think that his idea he was listening in a different way. So it was cool.
Yeah. And he is more a singer also, because he sings. He's always sang into his project, so he's very into that. So he helped a lot with vocal harmonization. It makes sense. Yeah, harmonizing the voices or something like that. And also he had about the guitar solos. I remember also he gave some advice to me too, because yeah, like Urlo said, sometimes it's important to have someone else that is out out of your world for seeing the things in a different way. So yeah, it's a helpful thing to have a different view on different ear to the music. Will add something unexpected.
So one thing that we didn't speak about last time was Malleus, the visual art collective that you guys had. Can you tell me a little bit about Malleus and the visuals that you came up with for this album?
Yeah, we always took care of the visual aspect of the band since the beginning. And even in this case, we decided to describe the idea of the concept of the album. That is something that is not visible at the first glance. And the idea was to make something that is obscure and hidden by a black curtain, let's say. And this figure emerges from the blackness, from the darkness, and it reveals himself like a strange creature from coming from the hidden part of your mind, that is the hidden part of the universe, like a dark matter, something like that. So the inspiration was this one, to describe something that is not particularly, that is not visible, but a big presence that is still there, like lying somewhere in our minds.
And moreover, with Malleus, that are Poia, me, and Blue, we also run our record label, Supernatural Cat, and we decided to do, well, every time we do a record, we try to do a limited edition version. So the vinyl of the limited edition, it's quite peculiar this time because we found this photosensitive ink that is totally white, transparent. And when you put the record in the light of the sun, all the graphic pop up. So it's quite incredible. I mean, when we printed the covers, we spent quite a lot of time going outside and wow, and going inside because the color comes out and disappear. So when people will receive the album that was on pre-order, and there are a few copies left at New Rock's web store, for example, if you want to grab one, you receive a white album, totally white, and also the vinyl. We did a crystal vinyl, so it's transparent. The only thing that you will see are the labels on the record because we haven't printed them, and the sticker that is in on the plastic bag of the album. All the rest you have to go to the sun. So there will be people probably at first glance that will say, wow, it's cool, but then probably they will hate us because you have to stay in the sunlight to see it. So it's quite a weird object, something that describes exactly this idea of the hidden thing. Also,
even the lyrics, even the lyrics
also,
are if you want to learn the lyrics, you have to stay in the sun because otherwise they disappear.
It's a summer record, let's say.
Yeah.
And also the numbering, we did it inside the album. So if you want to see, because they are numbered to 500 copies only, and if you want to see the record, the numbering, you have to look inside the album because it's in a pencil, but it's inside. So we had quite a good time doing this, even if it was quite difficult because printing without seeing what you're printing is something we never did before.
And as you mentioned, this is the 25th anniversary of the band, and you guys have some tour dates lined up. Do you want to say anything about this upcoming tour?
Yeah, we have a European tour coming in less than a month, and it will last for about 3 weeks, I think. We'll play at some festival like Desert Fest in UK. We'll be back to UK after lots of time. Then we'll do Germany, France, all the Scandinavia, apart from Finland. I think we're not going to Finland, and it will be a good tour. And then we have lots of festivals this summer, festivals around Europe, and then probably another smaller tour in the fall. So we have lots of things coming, and we are pretty excited about that because we are, looking forward to play these new old songs live.
So by the time people hear this episode and watch this video on YouTube, Hidden will be out through New Rock Recordings and Supernatural Cat Records. Poia and Urlo, please tell everyone how they can order the album. What's the best way to get it?
It depends. You can order, if you are in Europe, you can order from Supernatural Cat. If you are in the US, you can order from New Rock Recordings. The best way, wait a minute. This is for the vinyl, because Neurot took care about CDs and digital, so you can buy from Bandcamp or you can listen it on Spotify or whatever when it will be out. You can pre-order the limited edition that is still available at Neurot Recordings web store, and then there will be a regular version on Gatefold that is available on both Neurot and Supernatural Cat. And then as for the CD, it's an exclusive, as I said, of Neurot Recordings. And then, I don't know, other things. I think these are the main thing. But you can find everything on our website or Instagram or whatever. You'll find all the links necessary if you want.
Or in the best record stores, I imagine.
Yeah, all around the world.
Probably.
And you guys will also have the vinyl when you're on tour, right? People can pick up the vinyl straight from you?
Yeah.
We will have also a few copies of the limited edition because the band gathered a percentage amount of these copies, so we'll have some on tour too. So.
Can you save me one copy?
Sorry?
So can you save me one copy for me, just for?
Okay. You have to come to the
show. Okay.
Tell Ringo if he wants a copy, he has to come to the show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Ringo. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Of course. We are in UK, so.
Yeah. He will pay double. He can afford it.
Yeah.
Probably.
I guess so.
So, with the photosensitive version that you guys are doing and the version that Neurot is doing, how many different versions of the vinyl will there be?
There is the limited edition. That is this one and printed in silkscreen, numbered and with a photosensitive color. And it's a crystal clear vinyl. Then there is the Neurot version that is, I think it's silver nugget color. And it's a gatefold album. And it's a regular weight. Then there is the Supernatural Cat version that is purple and black marbled heavy vinyl, still gatefold and so on. And then probably we will have 100 copies only in purple vinyl just on tour for the band. So there are 4 versions. And by the way, we could do 5 because the first copies were printed with the labels. Put a label I was on side B and vice versa.
Yeah, they made a mistake. So
yeah, but they destroyed them, and so 4 versions.
And so you mentioned the Instagram page. Is that the best way to follow the band online and get tour dates?
Yeah, there's the Ufomammut.com. That is our website, and you can find everything there. Then Instagram, Facebook, and so on. I think we don't have TikTok, no. We have to hold for TikTok, and we are not able to dance. Then we don't have X anymore since the Elon Musk and it was changed. We have too old to do all the changes and so on. And so Instagram, Facebook, and the web store, the website, YouTube, probably. Yeah, we got YouTube and all the common things, or supernaturalcat.com if you want, or malersderek.com if you want to see the graphic we do. There are a lot of options.
You can come to Tortona as well. We are here in person, not online. Yes,
we really exist.
Yeah.
Urlo, you also put out a solo album last year, right?
Yeah, Demon. Yeah.
Do you want to say anything about that?
Yeah, it was called I. It was the second album as Demon. The first one was called Dope 11 and came out, I think it was 2018. And it was a little different from this one. The last one, I was more, let's say, intimate, acoustic, and there were important guests for me. I mean, Colin of Amen-Ra, Steve Von Till, Sarah Pendleton of the Otolith band, or Sub Rosa, probably you know more for Sub Rosa, and Dave of the White Hills playing on the album, and it was a great experience, and it helped a lot also for the band of Mammoth because I I started in singing music in a different way. Also, singing, I changed a little the way I sing now because I mean it came naturally, but doing other things, listening to how other people sang on my songs and so on. So it's been a cool experience. Now I'm bringing it live in Europe and Italy, and I will have 3 gigs coming before the Ufomammut tour. So if you want to come and join them on and see how it is live, I will be in Pescara in Italy, in Germany, in Karlsruhe, and then at Dunk Festival in Belgium. And I'm pretty excited for this one because we played a couple of times with Ufomammut and it was a big festival, so it's cool.
So I might actually have some news. I received word that the book that St. Vitus is putting out, the club in New York, St. Vitus, put out a book of photos, and I submitted some photos of that I took at your show in 2015 when you guys played St. Vitus. And so hopefully the photos I took of you at that gig will be in the book. I won't know until I get the book, but hopefully. You guys will probably see the book before I do, but
Okay.
Well,
If you have the chance, just to save some copies for us. I mean, I would love to be in the book of St. Vitus. Yeah.
St. Vitus shut down now, or
yeah, I don't know the whole story. I don't know why they're shut down, but they're rebooking gigs that were supposed to happen at St. Vitus at different venues.
okay.
So I don't know what's going on with them, but I do know that the book is coming out, and yeah, you guys are in it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Is there anything else you guys want to say?
Yeah, well, we have to thank you a lot for the patience in doing the interview.
Yes.
And but I mean, it's as we said before, as you probably understood, that we are old, and so we forget things, and so we were supposed to do this interview a few days ago, but we missed it. So
Yeah. Sorry about that.
but apart from that,
I'm
we have
also old.
okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. So we are in a good company.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm also old, and our friend Dave, who coordinates these interviews, is in a different time zone. So we're 3 old people in 3 different time zones, and of course, there's gonna be something going wrong.
It's massive. It's massive. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you guys so much.
Thanks a lot, and
Thanks to you.
Grazie.
grazie.
Thank you.